Do you know the story of the Knights Templar, the most powerful and mysterious military order of the Middle Ages? Is it true that, before their brutal persecution in 1307, they managed to escape with their legendary treasure, and that some Templars reached America long before Columbus? Today we will tell you the story of how the Templars went from being a humble religious militia to becoming an organization so influential and rich that kings and the church decided to destroy it. And what happened to their missing fleet? What about their supposed hidden treasure? Join us on this journey to the past to discover the secrets of the Templars. The birth of the Templars, warriors of God. At the end of the 11th century, the Byzantine Emperor Alexios I Komnenos asked Pope Urban II for help in fighting the Seljuk Muslims. The answer was the First Crusade, proclaimed at the Council of Clermont in 1095, with a battle cry that would become famous, Deus vult, God wills it. 4 years later, in 1099, the Crusaders captured Jerusalem and established the Christian Kingdom of Jerusalem. But the Holy Land was a dangerous place, and pilgrims traveling from Europe were constantly attacked by thieves and murderers on the roads. This is where the Templars come in. In 1120, two French knights, Hugues de Payan and Godfrey de Saint-Omer, founded the Order of Poor Companions of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon, known as the Knights Templar. King Baldwin II of Jerusalem gave them part of his palace on the Temple Mount, where the Temple of Solomon once stood. That's where they got their name from. Their mission, to protect Christian pilgrims and fight in the Crusades. Their emblem, two knights riding on a single horse, a symbol that some interpret as a sign of poverty, while others believe it represents the brotherhood and the dual role of the Templars, monks and warriors. From warrior monks to powerful lords. In their early years, the Templars were few in number, but everything changed in 1129, when they were officially recognized at the Council of Troyes. The Pope's support, they became an independent religious order, answering only to the Pope. The blessing of Bernard of Clairvaux. This influential monk wrote a document justifying the existence of the Templars and defending their right to fight and kill in the name of God. Tax exemptions and donations. Nobles and kings donated land, money and property to the order. Unique privileges. They did not pay taxes. They were not answerable to any king or nobleman. They had the right to build fortresses and churches. They created their own army and navy. Expansion. In a few decades, the Templars controlled hundreds of castles, fortresses and lands in France, Spain, England, Portugal, Italy, and the Holy Land. The Templar Bank. They became the bankers of Europe. They created a system of letters of credit. A traveler could deposit his money in one Templar castle and withdraw it in another without carrying physical money. Kings and nobles trusted them to keep their treasures. Were they really poor? At first, yes. But over time, the order amassed immense wealth, which generated envy and fear among the powerful. The end of the Templars, a royal conspiracy. In 1291, with the fall of Acre, the Crusaders were expelled from the Holy Land. The Templars, without a clear enemy to fight, lost their original purpose and took refuge in their European territories. The problem? They were still rich, influential, and had their own army. King Philip IV of France, nicknamed Philip the Fair, hated them. He needed money and was in debt to them. He saw them as a threat to his power. He wanted to destroy them and keep their wealth. In 1307, a traitor named Esquieu de Floiran accused the Templars of heresy, idolatry, and secret practices. Philip IV saw the perfect opportunity and, with the approval of Pope Clement V, ordered their mass arrest on Friday, October 13th. Torture and forced confessions. They were accused of spitting on the cross and worshipping an idol called Baphomet. Hundreds were executed. Their properties were confiscated and handed over to the Knights Hospitaller. The mystery of the Templar fleet. The day before the raid, a fleet of 13 Templar ships sailed from the port of La Rochelle for an unknown destination. Where did they go? England or Scotland, where the Templars were welcomed? Portugal, where they were converted into the Order of Christ? America? One theory suggests that they reached the New World long before Columbus. The Curse of the Templars. On March 18, 1314, the last Templar Grand Master, Jaques Demolay, was burned at the stake in Paris. According to legend, before he died, he cursed King Philip IV and Pope Clement V, saying that they would die within a year. Coincidence or prophecy? Clement V died a month later. Philip IV died that same year in a hunting accident. His sons died young, and the Capetian dynasty became extinct shortly after. The legacy of the Templars, myth and reality. Did they become pirates? It is said that some Templars joined piracy, and that the classic pirate flag with skull and crossbones is an evolution of the Templar cross. Do they still exist? Although the Knights Templar were disbanded, some believe that their secrets lived on in the Order of Christ in Portugal or in secret societies like the Freemasons. Do they have a hidden treasure? Templar symbols have been found in remote places, but to date, their legendary treasure remains missing. Conclusion. The Templars went from being devout warrior monks to an economic and military superpower that ended up being destroyed by its own success. But did they really disappear? Did they escape to America? Did they become pirates? What do you think? Leave us your comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more epic stories. See you in the next video.